Hello, guys. Today I wanted to catch up a little bit with you because I've been gone for quite some time now. Work, life in general got in the way a little bit, and I didn't have a lot of time to actually test my decks and stuff. Also, Droll and Lockbird is a bitch. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So I was kind of distant from Yu-Gi-Oh! The past 1 or 2 months. Today I wanted to show you a very weird concoction. I had the idea of, and this is actually a Gishki Superheavy Samurai build. This looks very weird, I know. The main concept is getting a free Baron or Dragite or Axel and into Baron or whatever for free, once again, before your main Atlantean and Gishki plays, and also utilizing the Pendulum Summon to special summon Abyss or Grim, or even Minstrel and stuff, Dragoons and Shadow to go into Bahamut, and a lot of different stuff. Obviously these are the only two spells we run. Photo Mirror is going to be used after we actually utilize our Super Heavy Samurai engine, and Aqua Mirror is actually recyclable, so it kind of works in tandem with the Super Heavy Samurais. So the extra deck is pretty similar to what we've been accustomed to lately, but I also run the one Psychic and Punisher because first of all he's incredible, and because of the fact that we pay 5k, Punisher is insane and is almost always live. Plus he's very easy to make if we use Mulling Glacier or Axel alongside Minstrel, which could be revived from Nerimanas or just simply Pendulum summoned, or using a hand trap, which could be Pendulum summoned once again. Also, you'll see that there are even combos with this deck that don't even require your normal summon. So that's it for now. If you want me to actually upload combo guides about this deck, please let me know and I'll probably fulfill your request. And yeah, so for today I mainly have some obviously casual duels to showcase how the deck works. So let's get into the duels. For this duel we obviously opened up quite nice since we have our motorbike and several Gishki Atlantean cards, which are very good. So here I decided to start with Neptapis. Obviously they didn't read him correctly because we get our certs nonetheless, or maybe they just don't know what he does. So yeah, we get our Wakoshi, get our Big Benki, get our Soul Gaia booster, we equip it to Wakaushi, special summon it, get our Axel, get our motorbike, and then our pendulum skill. Now we summon the Abyss with a pendulum summon. Now we have 2 level 2s, we can go into Ahashima and make our Bahamut Shark, detach to get a Toad, and also a Mulling Glacier with Dragoons. We have 5 waters now, we do that, and then yeah, we would go into our Nerimanas, and yeah, they conceded. So for this duel we are going second. Thankfully they just set a card and we can go there. We bait with our Vision, unfortunately they have Cold Buy. We bait with our Shadow, thankfully they have Ash Blossom. We use Wakaushi and then we won. Incredible. This hand has no Super Heavy Samurais. Ooh, our diva gets failured, we can't do nothing. But at least we have two going second cards. And here I decided to keep my Ash Blossom for the My Friend Purely. So that's what we are doing here, because if I did have it in hand, it would be pointless to Ash Blossom the Pure Lily. Yeah, they make this thing. I kind of have a feeling they are misplaying it, but maybe not. Then they use the Sleepy Memory, get their Purely, Excavate, they didn't get anything, and then they use the Foolish, sorry, and then I bell the what is it called? Metal Foes Fusion, right? And then they make a Zeus. Here I get my motorbike, which is a very great draw. I decided to bait the Zeus somewhat with all this. He had the Ghost Mourner, unfortunately, and unfortunately he also had the Ghost Ogre. One less interruption might have been enough, but unfortunately not. Here we are also going second. Obviously this isn't a very competitive deck. I suppose so, at least. I mean, Infernobles. Well, Gishkis as well, but yeah. We did open with some interruptions at least. So, here we are baiting with the motorbike since we already have the Wakaushi. Then we use the Wakaushi. We get our Big Benkei, use Big Benkei to get Soul Gaia booster. We get our booster, special summon it, make our Axel, revive the motorbike, then normal summon the Diva, special summon the Neptabis, use its effect, per usual. We are going to also search Vision with our Dragoons. We summon Nahashima, make Bahamut, detach, get our Toad, search for... we search with Dragoons and pop with Nahashima. Then we link to have the 5 waters. Then we make Appaloosa with those. Then we grab our Mirror and Neremanas. And then here we could use Photo Mirror, special summon Neremanas and something else. And we also have our Pendulum summon, which we didn't actually utilize this game. I think so, yeah. But it was Infernobles. So for this game, we are going first. We get our Wakaushi. Use its effect, get our Big Benkei effect, get our Soul Gaia, per usual. Yeah, we get our Axel, revive the motorbike, normal summon the Diva, get Neptabis, yep. Then we can go into our Psychic and Panzer and Pendulum summon, special summon all of these. Now this is getting hectic, but yeah, I special summoned the Wakaushi and double Dragoons, so I could go for Bahamut Shark. Obviously I put totally in defense by accident, but yeah. Then I can go into an IP with those two, get my Shadow, Photo Mirror with Shadow and Neremanas with Vision, special summon Neremanas, and now we paid 5k, so Punisher is more than live. And now we have an Appaloosa with IP also, and a Nash Blossom as well. So yeah, this is pretty great. yeah, GG. So here we are going first. We make this, we tribute the shadow to special summon the Neri Manas, and the Neri Manas revives our shadow so that we can normal summon the dragoons, go into the hammock, detach the dragoons, get the toad, get our diva for next turn maybe, and end our turn. So we have 3 interruptions, it'll be fine. I decided not to negate this because it's not really that impactful on its own. Then here I decided to Veiler. Arabesque is very powerful and it would out my toad, so I decided to also negate that. And I also thought that I would probably just grab any other water from my grave for next turn. Then Purification Dance doesn't do a whole lot, but it triggers a Hooli's effect, but I negate with Neri Manas, shuffling it back to the deck. And this does absolutely nothing, same with this, and they conceded. This hand is absolutely freaking incredible. So here I decide to go use my Minstrel, use Dragoons and get Diva, then use my Motorbike, get Wakaushi effect, get Big Benkei, special summon the Wakaushi, get my Soul Gaia, then yeah, Soul Gaia effect, special summon itself, get my Axel and Motorbike, then summon the Diva, normal summon the Diva I mean, use Princess effect per usual, get a Shadow with the Dragoons, make Baron, Pendulum summon the Abyss, get my Grimness, then go into Abyss Keeper, then special summon both, get a Vision, then go into Hashima. Here I accidentally searched for a Milling Glacier with the Dragoons, but whatever. Then I made Gigantic, then discarded Neri Manas and Shadow. Then used Photo Mirror, special summon the Neri Manas, used Neri Manas effect to special summon Abyss. Abyss grabs me follow up for next turn. Since we are playing 3 Abyss in this build, Grimness is a better follow up as well, because most of the time you already use 2 of the Abysses. And Appaloosa as well. So we have 2 Omni Negates, 3, 4, 5 Monster Negates. It's pretty decent. Here they special summon the Cyber Dragon. I felt no threat here, but obviously this was kind of a threat. They outed my Appaloosa, but whatever. Then I used Neri Manas, used Toad there because that's their searcher, and also added back a Shadow, and then I popped that with Baron. And then obviously it's game from here. So here we open once again no super heavy samurais, and here I decided to bait with a Vision first to check if they have any hand traps. Normal summon the Grim, yeah, grab my Vision, Shadow, sorry, get my Aqua Mirror, use this and this and this, summon the Abyss, get my Shadow, discard my Shadow so that I can make the water count 5, drop my Mooling, discard 2 cards from their hand. Then I get my other Neri Manas, go into Appaloosa and a Neri Manas. and a anemone, which can revive an abyss and get me some more follow-up for next turn. Obviously this is just monster negates and an Ash Blossom, but it could be enough. Also, yeah, I'm moving Glacier Rip, so yeah. Here they used Fusion Deployment. I think I should probably negate it, and yeah, they So here we notice one of the biggest problems of the deck, drawing the Big Benki. And yeah, now our opponent is trying some, I think, bad Dark World combos. As you'll see, they are definitely bad. And yeah, that's their end board. So here the thing is that if I draw the one Big Benki, I cannot actually use my Wakaushi. But I kind of don't mind, because if I do draw the Big Benki alongside the Wakaushi, or a motorbike for that matter, because I can search the Wakaushi, I can actually just have full scales to Pendulum Summon. So here they have the Appaloosa, so I decided to go into my Pendulum Summon, then special summon both my Shadow and Vision, and here I decided to normal summon the Green to lower her attack, although I think the positioning of the cards is a bit of a misplay, because I would rather have Grim here in case they didn't negate, so that I could link summon Grimness and Abyss into this monster zone, but whatever. Yeah, and Appaloosa drops to 2400, so I crash it with Bahamut Shark, get my Toad, get my Vision, and here I wanted to actually out the Grapha, because it would just pop my Toad. And then I got my Aqua Mirror, made the Neremanas, revived the Bahamut, used Anemone finally, and went into Zilantis and vanished everything. Here they use their Mothman. I decided to let it go through, because if they had 3 cards in hand, it will, the likelihood of them hitting something bad was pretty big, because otherwise they would probably use the gates if they had a decent Dark World in hand. And same with Chupacabra. And then they drew one, it's the Genta. Why would I negate it? They already have gates, so yeah, they should have probably just used gates to discard and maybe draw something more useful. And then they went into Exciton, I just Neremanas, and then they concede. Wasn't really my game to win here, but I would probably... So now I have this very weird hand, very Gishki influenced. No, I'm kidding, of course, but you'll see something very funny here. I'll make my regular Superheavy Samurai combo, get into Dragite, then Pendulum Summon using the Minstrel, and I make a Psychic and Punisher. Now, since we both have 8k, they can't really out it, for now. They had the gold buy, unfortunately, and I think that's the end of me. They go full combo here. I also don't know exactly what Manelium tries to achieve, so I wasn't sure what I should do. So here I decided to use Nibiru just to bait out the Baron negate, I guess. And yeah, unfortunately for him, Punisher... Unfortunately for me, sorry, I meant Punisher is out damaged by the effect of Cross Ship, granting them 700 attack. And yeah, a Veiler as a top deck won't help me a lot here. So, GG. And with not really any samurai engine, but we have a brick in our hand. And yeah, here we'll use our vision and shadow, get the photo mirror and the Neremanas, special summon the Neremanas, special summon the vision so that we can go into a Hashima. Thankfully they didn't have any hand traps and we can go into our decent play right here. Here I didn't search for Diva or something because I would rather have another Neremanas in play if I bounce it next turn, so... Now here the Nouvelle archetype I'm not really familiar with, so these negates are kind of stupid, but I do know some cards they are revealing, so I know they have two ritual spells, so that's kind of fine so far. And the other two rituals. Yeah, and here I can get my Toad because, oh, I forgot to mention that I recycled the Toad because I figured they would end their turn. And yeah. Then that's it for today's video. Sorry for the low energy, sorry for being away so much. Also keep in mind that this is just a draft of the deck. I don't think it is optimized yet, although it looks kind of great. Also, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that you could replace the ghost bells for kaijus and maybe also add a rank 8 XYZ here, since you can also pendulum summon the kaiju. But yeah, keep in mind that those duels were definitely casual, not very competitive. I'm aware of that. I'm not claiming this deck is anything groundbreaking or meta breaking. It's just a fun idea I've had. Obviously it's not that horrible as well, so for me to share it, yeah. It has some very decent potential, I think, and it's worth looking into it, even though these cards look like absolute shit.